whosoever hears this audio, if they be worthy, shall possess the insight, human, and superhuman abilities of the world's mightiest metahumans. Accompany you on this spectacular journey of high quality nerd commentary. We have my guy Colton, aka Pizza Parker. Let the people know.
You already know it's your boy Colton, aka Thor. Hey, you already know I got the ham on me, but I ain't talking about millionaire or millionaire. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Somebody gonna have to figure that out. Somebody at me with the actual phonetic spelling / enunciation of that word.
And it's your boy Nat Murdoch, aka Rare Devil.
Okay. What's your superpower, Rare Devil?
My superpower, basically, I could sleep on the train and never miss my stop. Holla at me.
Nigga don't even got to see where he going.
Nah, man.
That's a triple on Andre. You feel me? We're gonna have we also got our producer on deck, aka our engineer.
Shout out to
Introduce
the
yourself.
producer.
And what's your superpower?
Gas.
His name is not Gas. Please introduce yourself.
Oh, gases, nigga.
Oh, gases.
Yo, introduce yourself though.
Oh, it's that nigga Jamal. You know what it is. Oh, out here every day.
Every day.
Power is gas. It's just gases, nigga. Don't ask. It's gases, nigga.
So yeah, this is the first episode.
Word.
Of an amazing podcast.
100%,
you know, the metahuman. What is the full?
Let's
what's the full name? Give the people the full name.
World's
give the people
mightiest. It's the mightiest metahumans. You know what I mean? We came up with the name. It was a concept we were sitting around talking about. Like we wanted to do like a podcast. You know, because we listen to everything Marvel related, DC related, anime related, and we're just kind of looking for like a podcast that kind of spoke to us, and we didn't really find anything, so it was like, oh fuck it, let's actually make one.
Yeah.
And you know, we sat around, came with some ideas, and you know, we're gonna give this thing a try. You know what I mean?
And if I'm gonna translate it into a black sense, we made a podcast for nigga nerds.
There you go. Whole facts.
If you're a black nerd, or if you're a nerd of color, and or if you're we also have another special guest in the background, but we made a thing where we call white people that are cool with black culture urban whites. So if you're also an urban white,
you down with this,
and you fuck with the hip hop culture.
Shout out my son Casey.
Shout out my son Casey. He's a recipient of the Urban White Award, honestly. But shouts out my son Casey. He might be on an episode in the future. But yeah, if you're also an urban white, that we tried to make a podcast for you. We tried to make a nerd like he said, manga, anime, comic book, the even regular TV shows.
It's nerdy
and stuff.
shit for hood niggas.
Nerd culture.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It's nerdy shit for hood niggas.
A few arguments about things. Like I'm pretty sure, my man, do you like Star Wars? Let's not even get into this. We're gonna get that to a future episode. Let's don't make it hot. But we're gonna have a few great debates. I mean, we came together, Dennis. I don't know if you guys follow him on Twitter, but his Twitter name is Toy Soldiers.
Yeah, Toy Soldiers.
And he has a very amazing clothing line, and he's a very amazing artist, and he draws like a lot of pretty dope stuff. I think you did some stuff for Def Jam recently.
Yeah. And that was a cool look.
Yeah, and we came together through like mutual friends, and we like seen each other like a few events. And you were actually on one of my first podcasts.
Yeah.
People of Color, the POC report. Shout out to Wise. And you know, we kept in contact, and we had like a group chat talking about like comic book stuff and nerd stuff.
Was called POC.
POC.
Yeah.
Person of Color report. POC report. Not Tupac. I don't like that guy. Anyway, we're gonna continue. We're gonna go over that. We can talk about that in the future sense. But yeah, we just decided that we should make a podcast for the people of color, for like people like us. That
we found out we live around the corner from each other.
And we also found out that we live literally down the block from each other. He lives on also.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He literally lives like a few blocks down. Maybe I shouldn't have put my address in there, but fuck it.
Nah, cut that out.
You know, I'm about to edit that out. Gas man. You better motherfucking go through this computer with your in a gaseous state and exit that shit out. But
that shit live.
But yeah, you know, we just made a awesome podcast with people, and we just want you guys you know, to enjoy it,
to
fuck with us. You feel me? And we're gonna start with one of our first topics. It's a great topic. We're gonna it's a little bit more serious, but it's also kind of funny. We're gonna talk about who is worthy enough.
Yes.
To live millionaire.
Who is
worthy enough to live millionaire? And then the rules are for this. Jamal, you could join in if you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's Thor's hammer for the people that don't know.
Yeah,
and the only people that are worthy could pick it up. And by worthy, I guess it means like someone would have. I don't. You know,
I mean, you could be a good person. You could.
You don't even have to be a good person though, because not only good people picked up the hammer. It's just what worthy means.
That's fact.
And I guess you could make kind of your own interpretation because of
you got a strong resolve.
Yeah, you have strong resolve. So we picked our top 5 people that we think could live millionaire. And do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'm gonna go first.
All right, go first, bro.
All right.
Then you gotta give your list, and you also gotta give your reasoning for every person.
All right, big facts. All right, so number 5, Ted Danson. I'm gonna tell you why. I haven't seen that many episodes of Cheers, but I know for a fact no one ever paid for alcohol that came to that bar. That is a fucking fact. Yeah, that worthy. Alone should give him the right to lift the hammer.
Also, if people want to hear a little crazy fact, Ted Danson plays like a demon in the show The Good Place. Like he plays a fake god in like a hell. Like they pretend like it's heaven, but it's really hell. And then like, The Good Place is a really good show. People should watch that. But Ted Danson. All right, he's worthy.
He's definitely worthy. All right, number 4. Beyonce.
Beyonce is definitely worthy.
Beyonce did Homecoming, bro. Like she was out here wilding. Like
Beyonce would be Thor of our universe.
Yeah, like she got it.
Beyonce's the only person who could be Thor.
Nah, she gotta be, man.
I think she's worthy.
Yeah, she gotta be worthy, bro. Like if you think she's not worthy, then you fight the Beehive. Like I'm not.
There's something wrong with you, honestly.
That's a whole fact.
Who's your next person?
All right, number 3, Mr. Feeney. Mr. Feeney be giving niggas gems my entire life.
Like, everyone's niggas' whole lives.
Yeah,
honestly.
Like this nigga, like he raised mad people off his gems. Like that's a whole fact. Like you've never seen him mad. Like he's been cool like my entire life.
Yeah, he's been chilled.
Yeah,
the whole time.
All right, so number 2.
Okay.
Number 2 is one of my sleeper picks. All right. So I'm gonna set it up for you. It's 2 a.m.
Okay.
You looking through, you switching through channels, you browsing. And you hear this one song. In the arms. Sarah McLachlan, my nigga. It's
the
worthy,
shorty who's trying to save the animals?
My nigga. If you're not worthy for saving animals, my nigga, like who's not worthy, bro? Like Sarah McLachlan.
Oh shit, I think you just maybe changed somebody on my list.
Sarah McLachlan. And number 1. Out of everybody I could possibly think of to be worthy, this is the most positive person like on the planet.
Okay.
It's Lil B. The bass fucking guy, bro.
Lil B might be worthy.
Yeah, he's gotta be worthy, bro.
Hammer.
He's gotta be worthy, bro.
He's worthy to lift Millionaire's hammer.
That's a whole fact.
He's too bass for that shit, man.
Yeah. If the bass guy can't pick up the hanger, that's off. See what I'm saying?
That's a very good list. Damn. All right. So Jamal, do you have anybody in mind or?
Kanye
would be wild.
No, okay. So that's a left field answer. Why do you think Kanye would be worthy to lift Millionaire's hammer? Because he believes in himself so much.
He's gotta believe in himself.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. So my list starts off with I'm gonna use the 2 actual superheroes that I got on the list. So 5 is Captain America, and it's obvious,
of course,
because we live in America, and if he couldn't pick it up, then what the fuck is America, bro?
Word.
Number 4 for me is Magneto. And like that could be a double Andre because he controls steel, but like I also feel like the way he feels about the mutant community is like super worthy for like what he does. So I feel like he would be able to pick up the hammer.
We'd be fucked up in the game if he can carry him.
Anti-hero personified.
Yeah, anti-hero personified. So I feel like he would be able to pick it up. So now 3, I'm gonna have Stan Lee because he's a true believer. Guy invented it.
Yeah,
of course he'd be able to pick it up. RIP, the real one. The second person on my list, because you brought up Sarah McLachlan, that made me think of somebody real good. But another RIP, Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. He would definitely be able to pick up Millionaire because that nigga died for the shits, bro.
Yeah,
he died for the
cultures,
love, bro.
Man.
He died for the community, bro. Like he would have definitely been able to pick that shit up.
They had a funeral in fucking Atlantis for that nigga.
And then my final person, I don't even want to say it. I'm gonna let somebody very important explain who my final person is.
You think Harriet Tubman was walking around with a fucking nice shiny fucking dress on with a fucking crown on her head when she was taking slaves to freedom? Queens don't always talk and look nice and polished.
Yup.
Being a queen has more to do with having balls.
Yup.
Tell these niggas.
To do what you weak fucks won't do.
Tell him, son. Tell him. Fucking tell him. Harriet Tubman, nigga.
That's the
fact. Most worthy of anybody on the fucking planet.
Imagine.
And you know what's crazy? Here's a triple on Andre. She already had the hammer. She was telling niggas, we gonna go to freedom, and if you don't, I'ma buck you, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Because you gonna snitch on me. Shouts to Harriet Tubman, man.
That definitely shouts to
the number one worthy person to pick up Millionaire. Honestly, she should be the next door in the next movie. They should have Harriet Tubman as a Tom Displays store.
They should definitely just do like a slave.
They got to.
Like Thor. With her lifting the hammer and just
a slave Thor.
Yeah,
oh my god,
Thor.
White Roots. White Roots starring Chris Hemsworth as Thor. Shouts out White Roots, man. I'm really gonna make that a thing.
Probably have Scarlett Johansson.
But let's not get canceled off first episode. So let's go to
closing.
Let's go to the third topic. We're gonna talk about Comic-Con stigmas now. What's the difference between cosplaying like a Halloween costume?
Yo,
let's talk about it.
There is none. To me, like,
okay.
I think it's just when people bring it up, cosplay kind of just has like a negative, like I won't say negative, but like it's looked at as nerdy. Like they'll look at you crazy for like cosplay and go to a Halloween party like 2 weeks later.
No, yeah, that's a fact.
Like that's literally to me the only difference is like one is like more anime and like superhero based, and the other one you could just do whatever. But like when I went to Comic-Con, like they were lit. Like I was looking at them like, damn, I look stupid in jeans, bro. Like yeah, I got capes and shit. I feel out of place.
I think now that nerd culture is actually being embraced more by like people, that like cosplay is actually a lot more acceptable now than it was back in the day.
Facts.
Like I always thought cosplay was fucking cool because I was always with nerd culture. So I always felt like if I went to something and everyone was dressed up as like the characters, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, yo, you that nigga.
But like we could also talk about the stigma like in the black community, how like we be mad embarrassed of people that like cosplay. Like remember when Black Panther, like when everyone was just like niggas is like, oh, you niggas are embarrassing us dressing up in African clothing to go see. Like that's what cosplay is. Like niggas don't get mad at the niggas who dress up like Jedis to go see the Star Wars
and they
movies.
Be having fights and shit in like the parking lot. Like wow,
them niggas be having fights in front of the theater while the previews is going on, and niggas just be in there like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, I just feel like when it comes to things like that, like why do we accept one so readily, but the other one we just like, oh, that's some weird shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of understand only because well, Halloween, that's one day or like one weekend.
That's
you
true.
get what I'm saying? Whereas like when niggas cosplay and go to different conventions and shit, it's like mad different conventions. Or when people cosplay, like they cosplay a lot. Like they have scheduled time, so they like go to different things and they like cosplay. So But at the same time, I feel like at the same time, like you don't shit on other people who tour and get like their fucking art off or what they like off. So it's just like
it's still art.
It's still art at the end of the day. And like honestly, like the way people cosplay now is like so ridiculous. Like it's like a whole
they go
new
hard.
level of like
they build their shit, bro.
As a person that went to Comic-Con, what was like some of your favorite cosplays that you peeped?
Shit, I've seen somebody do like the alien setup, like from the movie with like the rig.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I seen I seen like Halo joints, like group costumes where they came like 15 deep. I've seen I saw Final Fantasy, like they did like the whole squad, like the whole Final Fantasy 7 squad, like that was dedication. Like,
nice.
And they had like the summons and all that. Like everybody was dedicated, bro. Like,
oh shit.
Nah, they go hard. And then like, you could tell that some people, they just do it for the love, because they might just come with like their girl or like their kids, and they do like a whole group costume. Like everybody got like they one part. Like it's dope. Like it's really dope. And I feel like, and I'll even admit to that, like the first year that I went to Comic-Con, like I already had like in the back of my head, like, this is about to be some super nerd shit. Like, I'm a nerd, but like this is about to be some like next level shit. And then you get there and it's like regular hood niggas. Like, dudes is just standing there like, yo, my man, yo, like, can I get the Mega Man statue in the back, fam? Like, just like, and you looking at it like, yo, like, if I was somewhere, I think that nigga would shoot me. Like, and this nigga's just like trying to get his Mega Man statue and shit. That's so it's like, nah, I definitely feel like it's something that you should go. You should definitely go to, like, at least once. Just try it, and I guarantee it would change your perspective.
That's a fact. We got to make a trip to go to the next one, and then we got to like vlog it and shit.
Word, definitely.
We definitely got to go crazy. But what do you think the next level of like, I guess, well, the next level that cosplay could get on? Because I feel like right now, like on social media, like cosplay is getting like a lot of love.
Yeah.
But I feel like where do you think it can go from there?
Man, there's that one kid. I think he's doing something special. Darth Vader or something like that on YouTube.
Oh,
he does like the anime joints with like the dancing and shit. Like that shit is funny.
Oh, like the hood Naruto and like the hood Avengers.
I feel like
that cosplay though.
Yeah.
Because he definitely
it's acting and cosplay.
Yeah,
technically. And
so
then
it's
honestly,
like him taking it to another level. It's like he's cosplaying, and then he's doing like a whole little scenario put together.
Facebook.
And honestly, with him doing that, he's been like premiering a lot of his like short sketches at like cosplay conventions and like comic book conventions. So they like been letting him premiere it. So it's like, I think that is letting them get to the next level. I feel like a lot of them should go into like doing live action acting and shit. Like
just put it
little sketches, little skits, like just do little fun shit. And I feel like it'll go crazy.
And him doing that with hip hop, like that's bringing in people that probably has no idea what anime. It's just like, yo, this shit is hard, and I just fuck with this. And then he just kind of like just brings them into it. So like I feel like that would probably be like the next level, next thing that kind of carries it over more in the mainstream.
I feel that. All right, so we're gonna go into the next topic that actually segues from the Comic-Con shit, because we was talking about statues and figures and stuff. We're gonna talk about why do you collect? What do you collect? We can talk about comic, manga, Funko Pops, action figures, and different things like that.
Like I won't front. Like at first, I kind of judged people with like the Funko Pops, but I felt it was just because like you don't do nothing with them. Like they just kind of sit in the box. And then it's like when I went there and then you see all the different types of things people collect. Because I mean, I collect too. Like I got like I got my little Avengers like action figure.
Your shit is crazy, by the way.
You know what I mean? I got trying to be modest. I got my little.
He got the whole cast.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like the entire MCU.
Yeah.
Light flex.
Light flex. Nothing crazy. But yeah, like like. You go there and you see, like, that's another thing too. Like when you go there and you see like how passionate some of these people are. I saw this dude pull up with his girl and he bought her like a mobile Gundam joint for like $400, and she just like died. Like it was like the most exciting shit to her. Like it's like you just see people just excited to do shit like that. And in a way, like I mean, because this particular topic, like it made me want to like Google it to find out more about it. And one person said something that I just thought was interesting. It was like, like people kind of look at you crazy for collecting stuff like that. But what's the difference? Like, it's like, for me, it's like art. Like, if I bought art pieces and I put it up on my wall, you wouldn't like trip.
Yeah, it's like, what's the difference between the people that own like 100 pair of sneakers and people that own like kind of like 100 action figures?
Because it takes.
I mean, I understand that sneakers together. You wear them on your feet and shit, but these people that have like 200 plus pairs of sneakers wear their sneakers once or never wear them and just have them because they're for collection. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, what's the difference between that? There's no real difference. It's just that it's perceived differently.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, just like I was, just to reiterate, like, it's like collecting art. Like, the amount of time it takes to put some of them pieces together. And if you've seen some like the custom designers and some of the crazy things that they do in just like a basement and put together, and you're just like, yo, that's passion. Like,
setups is dope.
Yeah, and they look amazing. So, like, to me, collect what you like to collect, enjoy it. Whatever, if it's filling a void for you, if it's just art, if it's whatever, it's nostalgia.
If you like it, just do it. That's just how I feel. Cause I collect, I'm not a big collection person. Mm-hmm. Like, I got a few Funko Pops. Like, we probably have like a few like figures. We maybe got a few comic books. But like, at the end of the day, it's like, I think all that shit is dope. Like, if you collect like a lot of them shits is super dope. When I see one that I like, I always buy it. I want to have like a whole setup for it. So it's just like with the collection, I think it's just more about whatever you're into, like just you expressing yourself. If that's you expressing yourself, express yourself. Like, I feel like people be a lot too worried about like what other people think, when it's like at the end of the day, when you bought it, it's for you. It's not for them. It doesn't matter if they feel like it's some weird shit or not, because at the end of the day, like, that's their opinion. Yeah. Like, their opinion shouldn't sway you on things that you like or not.
I mean, it means something to you. Like, it's got to like, be something important. So,
and I can't say I collect comic books because I have the Kindle app. So that's where I read like all my comics usually, and so I guess I collect them digitally. Not for real though. I guess they don't really have the value. Like, I guess it still counts, but yeah, it's for yourself. Like, it's for enjoyment. Like, I see the Funko Pops that I do have, and I know that I have a Rick one, I have a Morty one, and I have Annie from Attack on Titan, the female Titan.
I think that's another reason why I never got into it, because it covers so much.
It covers so much.
It's like,
but I fucks with it so much.
It's not like geared towards one. You can get Funko Pops.
Now, you can get a Bob Ross Funko Pop. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like
overwhelming.
I think that shit is dope. So I'm about to like try to collect more, but I want to get like a nice little setup thing for it before I set it up.
I feel that.
Yeah, that's like, the collection shit, I'm not really super into it. I'm gonna start building more, so we're gonna keep giving you guys the updates. I only got like 3 Funko Pop, and then Jamal, you got like how many? 2? What's the ones you got over there? Vegeta.
I only got 1.
Yeah, he only got the Batman Vegeta. That shit is fire. I got like Morty with a gun. No, I got the Rick with a gun, and then I got like Morty, and then I have Annie, the female Titan from Attack on Titan.
And that's another thing too. Like, people turn that into a hustle. Like,
that's a fact.
When I went to Comic-Con, it's the fact that they had like an exclusive. It was like an Iron Man, like the nano joint from Endgame.
Oh,
and them shits was like, I think like $15. This dude bought like 30 of them shits and was flipping them for like $40 each.
You could flip it for more.
Yeah.
When
easy.
you leave that shit, you could sell it for like 100. I remember one of my boys, like shouts out Conley and shouts out my other son Amir. Like, they collect and
They
collect. They collect like a lot of Funko Pops, and they was talking about how they had like a lot of exclusive ones, and you get it for like 15, maybe 20, maybe 30. And they was dipping out, and they was selling them shits for like 100. So like, you can't sell it. You could flip them shits to me, because like the collection game is crazy, especially when it comes to like exclusive shit.
Like,
so
there's always gonna be somebody.
Get your money, man. Flip it. Yeah. Like, niggas flip sneakers, so you might as well flip all that other shit. You feel me?
Yeah, wherever you get your money at.
All right, now we're about to get into one of my favorite parts of this show. So, I have a question for the people out there. We're gonna pose this question to the people of Twitter, but we're also gonna pose this question to Jamal right now, because this is gonna be your first time hearing it. So, out of all the heroes and villains, who do you think wears bootcut jeans? Right? Hold on. We're about to assemble the Jean Lantern Corps.
Yes, that's what we call
Jean Lantern Corps. How much jeans is too much jeans? So 5? superheroes or villains that you think wears bootcut jeans. No, not just jeans, bootcut jeans.
Bootcut jeans. When they
talking about
in the uniform, when they not in the costume, and they just
we talking about
bootcut, like
we talking about
boots on.
Yeah, we talking about pre-racial America. We talking about red state.
Yes.
We talking redneck.
Yes.
We talking
probably voted for Trump.
Or the nigga is still stuck in the 2000s.
Doesn't have to
from
be
the
baggy.
South. It could be baggy. It could be tight. It's bootcut jeans. That's it. All you gotta know is that the bottom is flayed.
Or villains.
Either or.
Jeans.
Either one.
Which one do you think
villains.
which seems like his personality just
Captain
exudes
America.
like,
Captain America seemed like he'd be a
he's
Trump
a
supporter.
bootcut jeans ass Trump supporting ass nigga. Yes. I like that one. That's a good one. Do you, so we'll all go one at a time.
Gotcha.
You Captain America is on
Captain
yours.
America.
Now, mine's I got Jon Stewart, the Black Republican Green Lantern. That nigga definitely wears bootcut jeans, and he definitely voted for Trump.
He
like
Definitely.
that
He
nigga
definitely
is the bald-headed nigga from Justice League, Jamal. You know what I'm talking about, the black bald-headed Green Lantern. That
That's a
nigga's a
fact.
Republican. He definitely wears bootcut jeans. He worked for the military. Definitely wears bootcut jeans. Come on, man.
All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. I know for a fact that Juggernaut wears bootcut jeans. There's no way.
There's no other jeans that can fit him.
Exactly. By
Like
default, like he has to. He has to.
that, and he's a Russian dude. Like
Yo, like he's always angry. He's mad aggressive. Like
he definitely
wears
jeans.
nothing but boots.
Okay, definitely. So Jamal, you got another person?
Villain, the Red Hulk.
Oh, the Red Hulk definitely wears bootcut jeans. That was
He's general. That was
General. That's General.
Yeah,
that nigga
Ross.
definitely.
That's Ross.
General Ross
Yes,
definitely
yes.
wears bootcut
Yes, he
jeans
does.
when he on his days off. When he go to a baseball game, throw some fucking bootcut jeans on, nigga.
Chill.
Oh man, all right. And then my next person is a redneck all-star Superman. He's from Kansas or
That's a
Kentucky or
fact.
wherever the fuck he's from.
That's a
He
fact.
definitely wears bootcut
That's a
jeans
fact.
when he was on the fucking farm. You know my man Clark was wearing them damn bootcut jeans.
He definitely was.
All right,
All right. Sabretooth.
Sabretooth. Okay,
is as hick as it gets, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
Sabretooth definitely
He
wore bootcut
definitely
jeans.
has bootcut jeans. I can see it.
That's a
Him
fact.
and Wolverine. I'm gonna throw that.
Him and Wolverine. The Wolverine is your person? Yeah, all right. So you can throw Wolverine as your person. Wolverine is definitely your person. Or did Wolverine's your person?
Nah, I take Wolverine.
All right, Wolverine's your person. All right, so my person, I'm gonna throw in some racial flavor in there. Luke Cage. Luke Cage is definitely a nigga that wears bootcut jeans. I don't care what anybody says. Only because Michael Coulter definitely wears bootcut
definitely
jeans.
does.
So,
He definitely does. That's a whole
and
fact.
Luke Cage wears Timbs. So that's a jean that's cut for Timbs. You get what I'm saying? You're not wearing skinny jeans and Timbs. If you are, you one of them new niggas.
Word.
And Luke Cage is not one of them new
He's
niggas.
definitely not.
Talking about Power Man right now. Come on, man.
All right. For a whole fact, I know Colossus wears bootcut jeans.
Yeah, Colossus.
He's
definitely wears
Russian,
bootcut
so
jeans.
off rip, it's nothing but bootcut jeans in that closet. Like that's all he got, and he probably like finesse it with like a G Unit tank top or some shit. Like,
Yeah,
whole
Colossus.
facts.
Definitely
Like,
G Unit cut
yes.
tank top type of person. we have that episode about who will wear G Unit tank tops also in the future. But yeah,
Oh,
Jamal, you
fact,
got
definitely.
another person? Bootcut jeans, hero or villain?
Nick Fury.
Ooh, Nick Fury. White Nick Fury or black Nick Fury?
Might be the black one.
Might be the black one. Whoa,
Wow,
Samuel Jackson.
You got Sam looking
Samuel
crazy.
Jackson is a bootcut jeans guy. No, he really is though. That's crazy. That's a very good observation. Very good observation. I think this one is the haymaker, Captain Marvel.
Ooh,
She seems like she gives me those bootcut jean vibes.
Yeah,
you get what I'm
she
saying?
be wearing them pants suits. Like
She
I can
definitely
see it.
wears pantsuits. She definitely wears boyfriend jeans. You get what I'm saying? Like bootcut jean vibes. I'm getting that from her.
All right, let me see. Omega Red. Omega Red. That's a deep reference. If you're not in the
Yo, that's an
look 'em up.
OD deep reference.
Yes,
Omega Red.
Omega Red. That's definitely on my list of people. Like he give me the vibes that I get from Juggernaut. Like I could see it.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Jamal, your last person?
The lady who made the Suicide Squad.
Amanda Waller. Perfect. That's such a perfect one. That's a good one. Amanda Waller. That's a fucking good one.
Oh shit.
All right, and I think my final one is a good one too. This is a deep cut. Nuke.
Wow. This nigga said
America face ass. That's all I'm gonna say. America face ass. No shirt, bootcut jeans, combat boots. He's fucking wildin'.
Budweiser.
He's Stone Cold Steve Austin shit.
Word.
He's wildin'. Yeah. Who's the last person?
My final person. He could play either one. Mr. Fantastic. He's either wearing boot cuts or he's wearing dad jeans. He got the Mitt Romneys on. Like, he's out here. I see it.
He does seem like
gray at the side.
Yeah, slight gray at the side of it. Yeah, the boot cut. Yeah. He definitely got the mittens, mittens life. Definitely fucking with the mittens life.
It's a whole fact.
Yo, yeah, Amanda Waller was a really good one.
Nah, that shit was funny as fuck.
All right, so that was our Jeans Lantern Corps. The Jeans Lantern Corps. Soon we're probably gonna compile an entire list of the Jeans Lantern Corps. We're gonna make a Jeans Lantern Corps ring made out of denim, obviously.
We're gonna have a phrase and all that.
And we also need you guys to let us know who's in your Jean Lanterns Corps. Who's your top 5 heroes or villains that you think wear bootcut jeans. And we're going to move on to our next list.
I like this one.
Which is actually the greatest list of all time because it's like, and we're going to each do like all 5 at a time.
All right, you want to go first?
I'm going to go first. But we're going to do terrible fictional dads.
Yes. The worst dads of all time.
We're going to talk about the worst dads in anime, manga, fictional, any type of setting.
Fiction dad.
It's just, we talking about fictional dads right now. So number 5 on my list is whoever the Joker's dad is. Like, I don't know who the Joker's father is. Obviously, he wasn't there in his life. And you created that, nigga. That is all. That is all you, bro.
You gotta hold.
And I know you just living your life, or maybe dead. Who knows? You know that that's what you did. So, and my 4th person is gonna be Thomas Logan. Now, Thomas Logan is Wolverine's father, and I also made like a list of all the reasons of why he's bad. It's like a little list. It's like one word or a few words. First thing, alcoholic. Second thing, adulterer. He had sex with who Wolverine thought whose real father's mother was. So basically, Wolverine's stepfather. Wolverine thought his stepfather was his real dad, but it was really the nigga who was taking care of his crib, who was an angry alcoholic. Then he killed Wolverine's stepdad that Wolverine thought was his real dad. But then he got murdered by Wolverine by mistake on purpose because Wolverine's a fucking savage.
By mistake on purpose.
Because Wolverine is a fucking savage. So basically the story is, if y'all don't know, Wolverine's pops pulled up to the crib. Wolverine's real dad, Thomas Logan, pulled up to the crib super drunk, seen James Howlett, Wolverine's stepfather, and like seen the mother and was telling the mom like, run away with me while he was drunk. She was like, no, nigga, you broke. And you drunk, and nigga, you just the help. And he got tight and shot Wolverine's stepfather, who Wolverine thought was his real father, in the head. And then Wolverine got so mad that his mutant genes manifested and the bones came out his fucking hands, and he killed his real dad, who was a piece of shit. But he was a terrible fictional father because he didn't even let Wolverine know he was his real dad. But he couldn't. It was a crazy circumstance, but he didn't have to be an alcoholic about it. All right, next person. 3, Batman. Terrible fictional father. Why?
This is true.
Here's my list. Batman.
Batman. All right.
Just Batman. In general. Beat the shit out of his stepson/sons. That was his tough love shit. Let Jason Todd die. I don't care. He let that nigga die. Let his real son become a murderous emo weirdo. Definitely let Damian become a super murderous emo weirdo. Put tracking chips on all his children.
That's a fact.
Definitely put tracking chips on all of these niggas. Didn't tell them anything. Never told any of them he loved them. That was definitely like one of the main things that like Batman did. And then they all left him at some point. So that just shows you how bad he was as like
either
just
alive or dead.
A nigga who was supposed to be your father figure. Like they always was like, I respect that nigga, but he was a piece of shit. Like you ever met those kids that was just like, yeah, my dad beat me and I came out good, but fuck that nigga. Like that's basically how all the Robins were towards Batman. So terrible father. If we flip on the flip side to Thomas Wayne, still a terrible father.
That's true.
Still a bad dad.
Yeah.
Every iteration of Batman is a bad father. I'm gonna just be honest. Number 2 could have been number 1, but I watched too much anime. Goku. Now, I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory how Goku's a bad father. That nigga rather die than be in his kid's life. That nigga rather train than be in his kid's life. That nigga rather fight 15 villains than be in his kid's life. That nigga was not there for most of Gohan's life. That nigga was definitely not there for when Goten was born or when like he was even growing up.
He had a Goten,
that nigga didn't even know he had a second son. This nigga Goku is perhaps the most irresponsible like father
of all time.
Of all time. Perhaps. And I'll only say perhaps because like everyone around him is so much more of a better father. Like Piccolo has no kids and he's a better dad than
he
Goku.
raised his kids.
Vegeta was a villain. This nigga came back and is the greatest dad in anime. And we could talk about the greatest dads in anime. And like I think Vegeta's number 1 in my opinion. Because that nigga would not miss anything that has to do with his kids for the world.
That's true.
He's amazing. Vegeta's so lit. And the number 1 worst dad ever in fictional anything, Jamal, you get a test for this. Show Tucker from motherfucking Full Metal Alchemist. This nigga, Full Metal Brotherhood.
Yeah.
This nigga turned his daughter into a chimera, y'all. His daughter and her dog. Fused them together, turned them into some type of beast shit, and thought that shit was good. He was like, nigga, that's science. Fuck is y'all niggas talking about? My daughter wanted to do this for science. Your daughter didn't want to do this shit, nigga. Show Tucker was the worst. Literally the worst. The worst fictional dad of all time, in my opinion. And that's me. That's that.
I fuck with that list.
Show Tucker. Terrible.
I fuck with that list. All right. So my number 5, I don't think he gets enough credit for being a shitty dad. Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin is a shitty father. Yeah. If you had Peter Griffin as a father in real life, you had a sister named Meg, and watch how she turned out from his abuse, his mental abuse alone. She'd be a piece of shit. Like she'd literally be torn. Like she'd be broken.
Yeah.
Like off rip, he's definitely on my list. Number 4, another sleeper pick. The Fire Lord from Airbender. That nigga was trash.
That nigga fucking didn't he snub Zuko until this nigga had the fire mark on his eye forever?
That's a fact. That nigga is trash.
Yeah, that nigga was the worst, son.
That nigga was trash. All right, number 3. He's one of the greatest when it comes to waves.
Yo, a wave check champion, nigga.
5 years in a row.
5 years in a row.
Norman Osborn. Norman Osborn is a piece of shit.
He's Green Goblin. The Green Goblin. First of all, the only white man with waves in any type of media
you gotta
that everyone respected. Everyone was just like, that's not some bullshit waves. Them shits was real. Them shits was lit.
Shit was hard. He cared more about his wave than his kid.
That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. He also cared about Peter more than he cared about his son. Yo, this nigga Norman Osborn wasn't shit. He was a good dad to Peter.
Yep.
But wasn't even that. Was he? He was also a villain to him. Yeah, so you're right. Where's that?
All right, number 2, Darth Vader. Darth Vader basically revealed himself to be his pops and then chopped the nigga hand off.
The nigga hand off. I am your father, nigga. Wow, get that shit out of here.
That nigga's trash, bro. Like, that nigga's pure trash. And
also, let's not hide the fact that Darth Vader was just in front of this nigga as his father. Knowing he was his father, not telling him nothing, because he was just like...
He told him in some life or death shit. It's like, all right, shit, fine, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, like, that's a bad one.
And my number 1 is your number 2, Goku. Goku has to be, like, for me, like, easily, like, the worst. Like,
easily.
Like, easily. Your kids grew up in a single parent household with 2 parents. That's not even mathematically possible.
He's so neglectful. It's so crazy how neglectful he was of them.
That makes no sense.
That nigga was never proud of... Gohan became a lawyer.
And he didn't care.
And this nigga didn't give a shit. He's like, this nigga's weak as fuck.
Man.
Look how weak this nigga is.
Oh my God.
You went to school? For what?
I ain't go to school. I turned out fine.
Yo,
I raised you, nigga.
damn, yeah,
No, you
Goku
didn't.
is very terrible. Jamal, do you have anybody to add to the list?
Nah, y'all said everybody.
That's a fact.
The final guy you said.
Joe
he's
Tucker,
worse
man,
than
he's literally the worst piece of shit of all time, man. I swear, like, if I could fight him, if he was a real person, I would fight him.
Nah, yeah,
I mean, 100% honestly. But we're gonna move on to the next section.
This is gonna be my favorite.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We need that.
Yeah, this is gonna be my favorite part.
So now we got this thing called Into the Danger Room. We in the danger room right now. So I don't know if y'all know what the danger room is, but let's give a little background.
All right, so in X-Men, Professor X would send his kids into that gym basically.
Wait. Like before we go into the Professor X thing, didn't you have Professor X kind of on your terrible dad list? So he had Professor X on his terrible dad list.
He was a terrible dad.
Thank you. Yeah, look.
I agree. You know what? Or what did he do? He just chilled on Cerebro while his kids was getting fucked up.
He sent his kids out there to go fight, and he just basically watched you by reading your mind. Like, ooh, that shit look like it hurt. Oh, that's crazy, my nigga. Damn.
Oh wow.
It might grow back. I don't know.
Also, is the X Mansion the #1 most blown up building in all of comic books?
In all time.
Like, I feel like they've destroyed that building.
Where does the money come from?
Every day.
Where does the money come from? Where's he funneling this shit, bro?
Who's the richest X-Men?
This is why I know for a fact he's got to be a shitty dad. Like, there's no way you're getting money legally with that many kids.
You think he took some type of loan out?
Yeah, he definitely was he was into some loan sharks, bro. Like, he was doing some shit. I'm telling you. Like,
man, he had to be. But Danger Room, Professor X would send his children into this room. Yeah, it's a simulation room.
Yeah, it's a simulation room. He basically take them. It's kind of like a gym, and he trained them, basically. So for our little segment, basically what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 different powers. It could be 2 powers. It could be 2 anything. And you're going to have to choose which one you think is the better
one. But with Danger Room scenarios on this podcast, it's 2 very ridiculous superpowers. So there's always a super downside to whatever power that you have.
So I'm gonna give
I'm gonna
give you the first.
He's gonna say the first one, and then we're gonna debate it, and we're gonna decide which one is the better power and which one's the worst one.
All right. So would you rather have the ability to fly or white privilege?
That's crazy, right? Because you would think that the ability to fly is such a no-brainer.
Think about it.
But white privilege is some
crazy.
next shit, boy.
That's crazy.
That shit is almost a superpower for real. No, it is a superpower for real in this world.
I wish y'all could see how stumped they are right now.
Like, I'm really like, because I'm really thinking about, like, in a real world scenario, you know how to fly, right? But there's like planes and shit.
You could always take a plane. That white privilege is.
That white privilege is the shit. That's where to go. I'm taking that white privilege, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? I want to yell at cops, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Why are you stopping me? I have to go to work.
I want your badge number.
I want your badge number. No, I'm not giving you my license or registration. Do you know who I am? Yo, yeah, white privilege is fucking lit, boy. That shit is crazy that I'm even saying that out loud, but niggas know. And white people know. That's why they be chilling. All right, so let's move on to the next one. That was kind of an easy one.
All right. So the next one, would you rather have the ability to see into the future, but if you do, you lose a memory from the past? Or would you want to run as fast as the train, but your powers are only as reliable as the MTA?
So basically, if there's delays, nigga, you ain't going nowhere, son.
You're done.
You're not running
You're
fast.
Done.
But if you can see into the future, according to how far into the future, you'll lose mad key memories.
Yeah.
So you probably wouldn't even be yourself no more. That's some crazy shit.
That's some fucked up shit. So which one?
I think I'll take that. As fucked up as the MTA shit is, I think I'll take that MTA shit. Yeah, we got swipes, nigga. We got swipes, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Yo, nah, yeah. I mean, honestly, I would just not run on weekends. Like the MTA, you feel me? It's like, yo, on weekends, bro, we can't be doing no superhero shit on weekends, bro. I tap out on the weekends, bro. It's mad delays.
We take the shuttle on weekends.
We take the shuttle on weekends. Fuck is you talking about? All right, that's a good one. But yeah.
All right. Next one. Would you rather be high and get pulled over by the cops in a red state, or binge watch 22 episodes of the second and third season of Inhumans.
Facts.
I feel like if I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna die either way, son. Like, either way, you're gonna either die of boredom or die of racism.
You got to choose
which one? I think I'm gonna just take the boredom, man. I don't want to get my ass beat, bro. Getting your ass beat is not fun, especially in a red state, because that sounds crazy. I'm gonna just take the Inhuman. Fuck the Inhuman. Yo, you know what's crazy about the Inhuman show? It was so bad that like we're comparing it to racism.
Yeah, that's that.
That's like how bad that show was. Like, fuck, would you rather go through rampant racism or watch this show? Which is like, it's not that hard, but it is because it's not good.
I know somebody at ABC is hurt right now.
Oh, man. All I know is bring back Robbie Reyes, my man.
Yeah, dead ass.
It's my boy.
All right. So the next one, you get the ability to phase through any object, but only if you crawl. Or you're invulnerable to all damage, but only while rolling.
So here's the situation, right? Here's two situations. So
break it down for him.
Boom. Niggas is shooting. Niggas, it's a fucking bank robbery right now, right? They tell y'all all to get on the ground. But you at an advantage. Because you can crawl through solid objects. So as long as those niggas don't see you, can crawl right out the building, right? Or niggas is robbing the bank. You pull up like, hey, y'all some bitch ass niggas. Then drop on the ground when they start bucking and just start rolling. You invulnerable, nigga. They can't. The bullets will just bounce off you, nigga. Just bouncing off you. But you gotta keep rolling. Yeah, that's the only issue. Like if you hit a wall, you're fucked up. That's the only issue. You just gotta roll in a circle over and over. You gotta be very aware. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna take the crawling because I'm thinking about the roll situation, right? So say I'm rolling. Right, and I'm good, but then I roll into something like here's a fucking rat for me, nigga. They gonna just shoot me up.
Imagine dying in a fetal position, man.
Yo, yeah,
shot up like that.
But also imagine you trying to crawl through a wall and a nigga shoot you while you crawling through the wall.
You die in the wall, my nigga.
You dying in the wall, bro. That shit is crazy. But I would take the crawling shit. The crawling shit is super weird, but I'd rather do that, man.
Niggas like, looking at you. What the
I would leave the club like, peace. And then hit the ground, start crawling. Niggas would be like, what is this nigga doing? Then I go through the wall. Niggas be like, oh, shit. Nah, we not fucking with this nigga.
All right. So I say my
this last one is so deep.
I say my favorite one
this
for
one's
last.
So deep.
All right.
It's so deep.
So you get super strength, right, for 10 minutes if you yell out a racial or homophobic slur.
It doesn't matter which one.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter which one.
You just gotta yell one out.
And the person has to be like that race.
Yeah, they have to be the same race.
Whatever race they are, like you have to yell that racial slur.
If you see someone getting robbed, the person getting robbed, you gotta yell something based on that person.
Oh, but also it's only if you do something good.
Yeah,
because then racists will have powers all the time.
Would just run the world.
They would just be screaming nigger and have powers that unlimited power.
Strength,
but you have to do something good.
And be racist.
But you have to be either racist or homophobic
at the same time
to get the 10 minutes of strength.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
And the second one is?
The second one, you can control people's minds, but you lose your mind right after for the same amount of time that you control theirs.
So you go crazy.
Yeah.
The second you stop controlling their mind, you go insane for whatever amount of time you control their mind.
So you gotta choose one.
Do you want
the first one?
Right. So the first one is you get
basically
super
get super strength for 10 minutes
if you yell out a racial or homophobic slur, but only if you're doing something good.
Yes. So if you see somebody getting robbed, you see somebody Asian getting robbed, you gotta yell it out. And you gotta yell it out with like confidence. Like you gotta you mean that shit. But you're trying to save the life.
So if you're trying to save lives, so say it's a little. All right, so I'm about to get canceled right now. Say it's a little black baby on the train track. Like, come here, hey little nigga baby, hey little nigga baby, I'm coming to save you. You get 10 minutes of super strength to stop the train from hitting the baby.
That's crazy.
See, and that same situation, why I would only take the racial slur one, is because if, like, say you control the mind of the conductor to stop the train, right? And once you go crazy, you might punch the baby, son. You might wild out, son. You know, I don't want to deal with that, son. Like, I think, oh, fuck. I'm not going to use no homophobic slurs because I'm not trying to get canceled at all. But I'm be honest, I might fuck with some racial slurs, bro. But at 10 minutes is
so you
super
get that
strength.
super strength,
But only if I'm doing, if I'm doing positive shit, then I guess that makes it like, fuck. It doesn't really balance it out, though. Because if I save like a bunch of Chinese people, I'll call them whatever the word is. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm gonna add an extra. I'm gonna add another part to it. It could be racial, sexist.
Oh my God, son! What is this woman not doing in the kitchen? And then go save her? Oh God, that's terrible. No,
now you
God. Oh God, I'll take that one. I'll take it still. That losing your mind shit is crazy, son.
What you
They got me out here like Kanye West.
Cancel me. You feel me?
You gotta cancel me, bro. If I'm saving niggas' lives, but saying racial slurs, I gotta see the good. Like, can y'all not see the good in me?
That is Kanye West, though.
Yo, chill.
See, full circle.
Full circle. Worthy to live millionaire. You feel me?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, the danger zone, man. The danger zone. Amazing place. We're gonna get back to this. We probably gonna have a full danger room scenario episode in the future. Definitely.
All right, so what we gonna tackle next? We gonna tackle Joker?
Yeah, we got 2 more things to do. We're gonna talk about the Joker and then the final shit. We're gonna talk about what's worthy, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But we're gonna give a little Joker review. It's gonna be spoilers. So guys, if you didn't see the movie,
you can stop that.
We're gonna have annotations. I'm gonna tell you where to click to get past this part because there will be a lot of spoilers.
Yeah.
So Joker.
Give me your first impressions.
My first impressions of Joker is I fucking loved it. And I kind of scared myself watching it because I was like, damn, I feel this nigga. But but it wasn't like it wasn't on that level where it was just like, yeah, I feel him like I'm like on that white rage type shit. But I felt him on like the society type shit, like how society kind of creates the monsters and like then labels them monsters, but don't really do anything to really help them. They don't really do no real rehabilitation. They don't really they just throw people to the side. And it was kind of like a repeating theme throughout like the whole movie. Like how he there was a point where the dude gave him the gun and he's telling him like, yo, I kind of don't need this.
Yeah.
But he's like, yo, nigga, just take it anyway. Like they're fucking wilding on you. Like the streets, they're animals out there. And they're like everyone in society, like his mom putting mad at the pressure on him, like all the time being like, oh, Thomas Wayne's your dad and blah, 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 this and that. And just lying to him and being like mad crazy. Like his job, like not really fucking with him. The only nice person is like the short guy, the little guy.
I think his name was Jeffrey. Shout out to Jeffrey.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff. He survived because he was a real one. And like it was just so many things. Like the guy on the TV, Robert De Niro, whoever De Niro played, him making fun of him, calling him a joker and shit. Like it's just was like a big reflection on how people see people with mental illness.
That's definitely what I was going to say.
Especially in society today. And it was like more realistic than it was a comic book movie, in my opinion. And I feel like that aspect of it and the aspect of just society seeing like how we basically make jokes out of a lot of serious things or people with like serious illnesses or serious problems or like going through real struggles. And we just like paint a picture on how we see them, or like it also was like big on talking on class, and I was like really like happy that they like kind of touched on that because they made Thomas Wayne a dick. Like they made him like an OD classist ass dick. Like he was just like, yeah, those people talking about poor people the entire time. Way. Yeah, of course, the same exact way. We'll beat the shit out of all these poor niggas. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and will rather talk to the rich niggas because he feels like, oh, they probably will speak with their words better. Right. So it's like, I think it was like kind of perfect that they showed that class shit and like showed like how niggas is getting fucked up from every angle, like society, class, like his own family, like where his workplace, like his neighborhood, like so it's just like so many different aspects kind of created the monster. But at the end of the day, he took it upon himself to become that monster. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that commentary is like kind of important, especially now, especially the way social media works and the way that like people portray people in specific ways, and it might not always necessarily be the true story. True. And like niggas could just say this and that, and then that becomes the truth. And it's like
it just takes a life of its own.
I feel like they showed like a lot of different aspects, and I feel like just with the Joker character, Joaquin Phoenix like did his fucking like thing, like just making that cat like as much as people were saying like, oh, his laugh wasn't like this and he wasn't that and it wasn't action packed. Like I felt like, was he supposed to punch 8-year-old Bruce in his mouth? Like Bruce was like an 8-year-old. You get what I'm saying? Like this is his origin story. Like he's not gonna just be overly like just and. If you know the Joker as a comic book fan, he's not some karate nigga. He's not gonna just bust in your spot and like hit and punch everybody in the fucking mouth on some crazy shit. Like the Joker is like really just chaotic, so you don't know what he's gonna do. So the nigga could be chilled for like a whole month and then just blow everything up for the next like 3 months. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I just don't really see that concept of like people talking about like it not being action. But I do understand if you was expecting a comic book movie.
Yeah. Well, I my thing with the movie was off rip, it felt like it was clearly trying to show you like a reflection. He's basically a reflection of his society. Fact. Like everything that he became was from him just portraying what was put onto him. Fact. So like all the people he was violent against were the people that were violent against him. Like if you were cool with him, he was cool with you. Like it's just whatever you did to him, he just gave it back. Mm-hmm. And he just became a face of it. Like he became the face of that violence. Facts. So for me, like I enjoyed the movie. Like I know some people they didn't like it or whatever the case is. And like you just touched on, like, you know, they were expecting it to be more action packed. But think about it. Think about how insane an action-packed Joker with no hero is. It's basically him just killing everyone for 2 hours.
Destroying Gotham.
Yeah.
Like by himself.
It's literally just a serial killer for 2 hours.
No one to stop him.
Yeah, yeah. Because the cops never stop him. So it's like, you couldn't expect that.
And
clearly,
even to piggyback off what you said earlier about him like basically dishing back what he was getting. Like, if people read deep into the comic books, like, they talk about, like, one of the weird Joker origins that I really like is how they say Joker is, like, basically, like, the evil incarnate of Gotham. Like, how Gotham, the evil in Gotham and all the people and all the evil in them is what the Joker is. And I feel like if we even gonna go that far, they kind of embodied that map perfectly. Because at the end, what happened? Gotham realized that we have the chaotic savior we kind of wanted. We always wanted to be this type of depraved, fucked up ass place. But because we realized, like, it's just like he broke a lot of the barriers down, basically, of like what like, it was. It was a thin veil of like richness and like,
and not even just the richness. Like, you can tell, like, from the beginning of the movie, there was a tension between classes, and it was just like something that was bubbling, and they just needed someone to like just light the fire.
Break that balance.
It was just him. And some of my favorite parts were, they seem pretty obvious. Like, if you look, all his scenes when he was just Arthur Fleck going up the steps, depressed, like, you know, he didn't care about what was going on in his life. He was just going through the daily up and downs or whatever, and when he finally embraced his madness, he danced right back down the steps.
Right down the stairs. He opened up as like, that's me.
It was like,
this is me now.
Fuck it. Like, this is just the person that I am.
And then when Gotham like embraced him, I was just like, damn, this is fire. Because I was just like, yo, this is really like the beginning of like just all the chaos. Like, literally, I feel like this movie like came out before all this Batman versus Superman and shit, like it would have saved like a lot of shit.
Oh yeah,
like for them, because definitely. I feel like if we're really gonna explain a story where Gotham goes crazy or like where basically Bruce Wayne's parents dies and shit, like please explain why Gotham is so insane. You get what I'm saying? And they kind of explained why Gotham got so crazy, because that class balance broke after the Joker went on TV and did that crazy shit and showed niggas that like, we can do this. Y'all laughed at us and we're gonna get you the fuck out of the paint because y'all laughed at us. And like now we're not taking shit no more. And that's all people were waiting for.
And you look at little things like, the earlier scene when he met up with the therapist and she wasn't really listening to him.
Yeah.
And he told her like, yo, I've never felt happy. Like I'm depressed. And she was like, well, I'm gonna keep it real with you. This is our last session and they've cut all funding. And he was like, yo, can I still get the pills? And she was like, no. So it was like pretty much from that point, it was just like, now you're just on your own.
Yeah.
So you're just sending people that clearly have issues just into the street to just figure shit out. And you don't care.
They
and
don't
you just let
fuck.
them. Yeah. You just
and
let
she
them
even said straight up, like, they don't care about people like you. They don't care about people like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the Joker was just festering the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, they just kept piling shit onto him.
Yeah.
Like, kept piling shit on. So it was like, first, the niggas fucked him up at his job. So he tried to go back. They fired him because they thought like he was bullshitting.
Yeah, because they broke his sign
then
or whatever.
He was like, I'm not gonna fire you, I'm gonna give you another chance. Then this nigga went to a children's hospital and had a gun. Some nigga gave him. This nigga was at the children's hospital dancing and a gun fell out.
Yeah.
And it was just like, bro, we gotta fire you. Cause like, what? Why you brought the hammer here? He's like, it's a prop. Whatever, they fire him. And
I like before you even continue, there was definitely I definitely saw articles about people making it seem like the movie was trying to excuse like like a lot of like the mass shootings and stuff like that.
No.
And
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I definitely saw, and I was just like, yo, bro, like clearly people can understand like everybody goes through shit, and not everybody's gonna react the way the Joker react, but the movie wasn't trying to excuse that type of stuff. It was basically just showing you how he reacted, how it turned him into what he was. Like it was an origin story on the Joker, not
origin
Columbine
story
shooting.
All the shooters ever.
It was specifically one of the craziest serial killers of all time, how he got started.
So yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like people don't like being shown kind of how they act or how they are. And I feel like this was a real like kind of social commentary about society and just how people are just in society in general.
Basically, it was basic. Like I said earlier, it was like the Joker was a mirror. Basically,
facts.
It was basically a mirror. It was like him showing society what society is like, and it was also like a case study on who the Joker was.
Facts. And I think that's perfect because Joker is always a mirror to Batman. Yeah. And he's always like that person that was like, nigga, you can't always be good. Like there's going to be some point where you like snap. And like,
what good has Batman honestly done though?
Nothing. He's actually created all of his problems.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, he's the reason why all of the villains and shit are like in Gotham. Like the good that he's done is so minute that at this point he can't stop. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like he started so many issues that he has to keep going to kind of keep them at bay. But the more he exists, the more problems are going to keep happening.
Exactly. And there's a great scene, I was just watching it earlier, from Dark Knight when he was in the interrogation room with Joker. And he told him, like, you're not like them. Like, we're the same. Like, we're just two sides of the same coin, basically.
It's
like,
a fact.
I create chaos because I love it, and you try to stop me because deep down you love doing that shit too.
Batman is control chaos, and like I feel like a lot of people don't realize that because just in a real life sense, if there was a vigilante that was rich enough and had the technology like Batman, and he was just going around basically beating the shit out of underprivileged like criminals, like Batman attacks. He don't attack white collar crimes like that. So it's just like niggas wouldn't really fuck with Batman in like a real life sense. And Batman would actually cause a lot more rifts than he would.
Hey, look, Batman is Santa Claus. He never came in the hood.
That's all. No, and when he went to the hood, he beat the shit out of the niggas.
Exactly.
There. So,
and if he did go to the hood, he took one of the kids and made them rob and turned them into a psychopath.
And turned them into another psychopath like him, another sociopathic weirdo. I fucking love Batman. Like, but his powers is womanizing and like white privilege. Like that's literally his powers. But enough shitting on Batman. That's actually my man's. But it's always fun. We're gonna go move on to the worthy.
Before you go into the worthy, I wanted to find out: do you have any type of theories on Joker, like the way it ended? Because I have one, and to me, the ending kind of showed, did it even really happen? Like, did any of that shit in the movie happen? Because like the Joker was insane.
You think
he could have made that whole
shit up, and he was just
Because remember at the end when he talked about the lady asked him what was so funny, and he was like, "You wouldn't get it."
That makes mad sense. And then he runs out and just kills somebody because he's a psychopath.
Yeah, he could have made that. He could have made that whole shit up.
And you know what's crazy? He also did make up Shorty's relationship. So
that was one of my favorite parts in that movie.
That
shit was fire.
Joker's crazy.
Yeah,
but we knew that already. But at the same time, that would make a lot of sense. And you know, wow, that actually kind of took me back a little bit because it's just like.
Yeah. Think about it. Like,
yeah, he literally could have made that whole shit up. Because when the lady did ask him what was funny, he was like, "You wouldn't get it."
Because think about it, the character of Joker, does he seem like he would try to get sympathy from you?
He just makes shit up all the time, and like one of the things that we know about the Joker, specifically as people that have read the Joker or like grew up watching the Joker in different media, is that this nigga makes up his backstories all the time.
Yeah,
like he just makes shit up all the time.
Yeah.
And people ask him, like niggas in Arkham ask him all the time, like what is your backstory? And he just always tells them a different story. Yeah. So that would be pretty lit.
Yeah.
But I truly feel like all that shit happened. Like it all happened. And I feel like if they do bring him back for like a sequel, like that would be great. Batman.
I don't know if I'm willing to stand on this yet, but right now, and I know it's not fair to Heath because he didn't have a whole movie. Joaquin Phoenix might be my favorite Joker. Like on the low.
That's a bold hot take.
That might be me. I'm not sure if I'm willing to stand on it yet. But right now,
you don't think Heath could have done a full film?
That's a Human Torch.
I'm not saying I don't think he could have. I'm just saying it's hard for me to. It's kind of like the whole Biggie Tupac thing. Like they only had like 2-3 albums, and yeah, you rate them as one of the best ever, but you can't just rate everything up until Heath and never give anybody else a chance. And I feel like Joaquin put his foot in that role. Like he killed that. Like if you went into that movie knowing the type of movie it was gonna be, and you sat there and you really watched it, he killed that role. Like, because I know me personally, I had low expectations. Nothing against him, but I just felt like they were doing like Warner was basically just putting out Batman or like anything related to Batman. And it just felt like, okay, Jared Leto's already going to be Joker, and then you just do this solo Joker movie that doesn't exist in the universe or whatever the case was. And it just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth going forward. But then when I saw the movie, he killed it. He killed it. I loved his laugh. I know I saw a couple people say they didn't like it.
Did Jared Leto?
No, Joaquin.
Joaquin's laugh was fire. His laugh was mad good.
He murdered that. So for me, like I don't know if I'm willing to stand on it yet, but he might.
So with the Robert Pattinson shit, and I know we're probably gonna get into this in like a future episode when we get more information. But do you think that they're gonna have a Joker?
For that movie, I don't think they will. I think the only reason they won't is because we've seen it so many times. Kind of like how Marvel did with like they haven't done Green Lantern. I mean, Green Goblin. Yeah. Like they kind of stayed away from that. I feel like they're gonna because you've seen some of the cast and they definitely did a Riddler.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They were talking to Jonah Hill as possibly being the Penguin, but I think that kind of broke down. So it felt like they're trying to stay away from the basic Batman Joker. Okay. I mean, I'm sure they'll probably do like a face-off down the line anyway, but.
All right, so we're gonna get to the final part, which is the Worthy.
Yes.
The Worthy is basically we pick our like weekly shares for the audience of comics, animated films, maybe food, maybe movies,
just whatever you think is fire.
Should be aware of or check out. And I'm gonna go first, and I think that what I want to put people onto is a basketball anime. The name of it is Ahiru no Sora, Ahiru space No space Sora, and it's basically a basketball anime. My son, his mom was on the Japanese national team. And she was a fucking boss, and she was dropping mad buckets on all these fuck niggas. And he goes to high school full of delinquents. And if you don't watch anime, delinquents are basically like hood niggas and criminals and niggas in gangs and shit. And the basketball team don't really fuck with basketball. They just beat niggas up. and they delinquents. So he just pulls up first day and he's like, I'm joining the basketball team. And they like, nigga, we don't play basketball. Fuck is you talking about? And he's like, nah, we finna play basketball. It's lit. And then they like, no, nigga, we not finna play basketball. So they whoop his ass. And then he's like, nah, nigga, I'm trying to play ball. They take his sneakers that his mom gave him. Very important. You know how animes go. It's a trope. My mom gave me them sneaks, nigga. The only important thing in my life.
Well, and
they like, we about to throw it in the fire. He like, yo, play me 5-on-1. Play me 5-on-1.
That's when you know
one short nigga against 4 tall niggas and 1 girl who's like the captain of the girls basketball team. And this nigga hits them with mad tweens behind the backs. He took everyone's ankles, boy. Then went up a layup and they karate kicked him.
Wow.
Right? That's not even the best part. They karate kicked him. Nigga falls. He's like, foul. He like, all right, bet.
Fact, you even got to call a foul from a karate kick.
He like, all right, bet. Let me try again. Gets the ball at the 3-point line. Hits mad dribble moves on everybody again. Is about to drive in. They're like, yo, we about to hit him with some next shit. Nigga hits the ultimate James Harden 5-step back. And fadeaways from 3, nigga. And swish. Now the niggas on the basketball team and everybody loves basketball, nigga. Shouts out Ahiru no Sora. Basketball anime. Y'all need to go check that shit out. If I didn't do it justice, I don't know who will.
Nah,
go check it out.
That's definitely fire. What else you got? You got anything else? Or it was just that?
Let me think.
It's definitely worthy. It's gotta be
It's definitely worthy. It's definitely worthy. Let me think. What else? What else is worthy right now? Seis Manos. There's a Netflix. Netflix cartoon series that is giving me half Jackie Chan adventure vibes, Avatar, The Last Airbender vibes, half. I don't know if y'all remember the Blade animated, the Spawn animated series back in the day. It's giving me like those 3 vibes because it's like an adult karate. Okay, so this is hard to explain, but they're Mexican Taoists. They're orphans that are Mexican Taoists.
I'm
These
with
niggas
you.
do karate.
I think I seen
They
it.
do wild karate. There's like this like demonic spiritual being, and there's a nigga named El Balde, aka the Widowmaker, and like it's with spirits, and there's so much fire shit going on. And then R.I.P. Domingo. It's just so much shit going on. That's a spoiler, but whatever, man. Fuck it. But watch Seis Manos. It's a great show. It's a great animated adult cartoon. Like, so it's Seis Manos on Netflix. It's so lit.
And basically
it's so lit. It's Orphan Killer. El Bade is the Orphan Killer. That's his name.
Gotcha.
He's a crazy nigga. He's not the Widow Killer. My bad. That's the wrong shit.
Wrong nigga.
But yeah, El Bade. It's and Danny Trejo plays El Balde because my son Uncle Machete.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, Seis Manos. It's like it's so fire, and it just randomly has a random black guy who's like a cop that's just in it.
Okay.
He just says the most blackest, like the most stereotypical coon shit that you've ever heard ever. This nigga, his first lines was like, what the fuck kind of crack ass, fucking ass, shit ass, crack ass town is this? And I was like, whoa, who wrote for this guy? Wasn't a black person.
Definitely was not a black person.
But yeah, Seis Manos, worthy.
All right, so my picks. You did anime. I'm gonna do comics. So if you've ever been a fan of the X-Men, or you might be a new fan, you're trying to get into the X-Men, you definitely need to check out House of X and Powers of X. Both amazing, and it's pretty much like a reboot of the entire X-Men like lore. They're starting over, and them coming into the MCU. Like this might be a way to like usher them in.
So good,
really fucking good. Definitely worthy. Let me hit that real quick for that.
Super fucking worthy. They made everybody in the X-Men real niggas.
Yes,
again.
even Cyclops is a real nigga.
Cyclops. I mean, Cyclops. Yeah, he's a real nigga again.
We're gonna have to do a real nigga list.
That's a fact. The real nigga list is also coming soon.
Definitely. Another comic I'm gonna give y'all, Absolute Carnage. Absolute Carnage is super fucking fire.
I heard they've been doing some things over there.
Yes, that shit is super fucking fire. You got Carnage coming back, taking like spines out of like X-Men, Avengers, and combining this shit into himself to become like a super Carnage. It's fire. I don't want to spoil too much. Just please check it out. And it's only about 6 issues long, but it's
that shit's
fire.
OD.
Yeah, that shit is fire.
Absolute Carnage.
And my final pick, food related, spot on 14th Street. Go to Donut Hub.
Donut Hub?
Donut Pub. Pub.
Donut Pub.
Yes.
Donut Pub?
Yes, Donut Pub.
That sounds amazing.
Yes.
It's like
I think I posted that before on Twitter. Like it had like the Oreo shits on the fucking donuts. That shit is fire, bro. And it's open 24/7. Oh, yeah, check that shit out, bro. Check that shit out. Very fucking worthy.
Oh, I got one more thing.
Give it
food
to
food wise. Brooklyn Wing House, honey garlic wings. Shit! Hit it! Oh,
mild.
It was mild. It was mild. Pretty mild.
Nah, let's give it.
Oh,
there you go.
Cracking on them.
Yes.
Them honey garlic wings is OD.
Yes.
Shouts out Brooklyn Wing House. Sponsor us, please.
Word.
Send us wings every time we record.
But yeah. All right, man.
Mr. Stark.
I don't feel so good. I don't feel so good.
I don't want it to end.
I don't want to end the podcast.
I don't want to end it.
Oh my God, Mr.
I'm
Stark.
sorry.
We out.
Play the dust sound, Jamal. It's your boys, the Metahumans, signing out. You know, we trying to work on our outro right now. We're gonna figure out a bunch of random quotes from superheroes and probably read them out loud. Maybe some funny quotes. I feel like that would probably be pretty good.
Yeah, we'll find out what the people like.
One of my favorite quotes from M. Bison from Street Fighter. Yes, yes, and we're out.